The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, Reese. Checking in with the Florida State head coach here before the kick. Bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. Boy, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year about beating their in-state rival, Florida State.
And they're hoping they can do that for another year. And they know that this is going to be another dogfight. This is simply one of those games at the start of the year. Miami, Florida State, you know someone's winning, but it's not going to be by a lot of points. Miami's hoping they can make it 2 in a row.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The short hands, it's Vaughn. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Mensah throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Pulls and fires complete. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke, and the offseason saga that happened, obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer
makes you grab and run the run. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. Makes the catch. It's Lofton. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. And the Canes have pushed it inside the 20. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Finds his man. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
To the air on 1st down. Might have a chance. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the 1st down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. I don't think he got anything. He got stopped on 4th and 1. The Seminoles offense, who will go to work for the 1st time in this one. And here's Quintravion Wisner. And we'll see 2 guys who can flat pick up yardage on the ground in this one. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here.
And man, oh man, if times change, where you're seeing 2 senior running backs go at it, right? Like back in the day, oh, you got so many hits, you got so many takes on the body. Well, NIL, these guys are getting paid a little bit better. These 2 guys, been around the block, Palmer. We know who they are. We know what they are. And I know this means a lot. Who wants to show off the most and say, hey, wait a minute, we talking about NFL draft? Remember, I showed this guy up. Like, our team won, I had the better day.
Yeah, and both of these guys are going to get their touches in this game. Make no mistake about it. Both offenses are...
And it's a pick in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Took it all the way back to the house.
Well, that was absolutely incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen a play before where a defender gets a pick 6 and he doesn't actually even have to advance the football. They were so backed up. The quarterback was so far deep in his own end zone when he threw it. He never saw the defender. He picked it off, and touchdown defense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
That makes the score Miami 7, Florida State 0. Number 22 sets a kickoff.
Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup.
And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There's some room. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The Noles decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Mensah. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida, Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Canes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Maybe some room here. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
The defense selling out to stop it on 3rd and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the 2nd level.
You're absolutely right. 3rd and inches like that. If you just get a little crease offensively, it could be a big play. In the back that time, hit the hole and show off his speed.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Fletcher. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. Here's Mensah to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Number 22, set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
It's second down.
So now it's second and long. Now the play fake. Snagged in the middle, it's Robinson. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Got a man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Mensah throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And as a QB, you got to make these split-second decisions and how much mustard I put on it. Do I throw it hard? Do I lob it? Right there, you could tell he threw it hard, but too far in front of his wide receiver, and he really didn't have a chance to make that play. That's one of those I think he'll probably want back.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got his man to the left. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
10, Florida State, 0.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pulls it on the option. Could be an alley. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Firing to the right, complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. I mean, they are pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It is good. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 39, set to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run inside. It's Fletcher. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
They boot it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
No fair catches here, looking for room. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Off the RPO, complete. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Got a man, it's Vaughn. All kinds of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got a step, it was all right to the house. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
17, Florida Number 22, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Swings it out to the flat. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's going to let it go. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Grabbed in the middle, it's Vaughn. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. On the delay, it's Fletcher. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now we get it to the Seminoles. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quick release on the RPO. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got a little grass. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Runs through a tackle. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The lone back's got it. brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's hard to coaches this week. That's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Keeps it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And the Hurricanes will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Final little time, lets it go. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
I love the play call in this situation. You need one first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.